What's up, MMA fans? I'm Daniecki from Baltimore, Maryland. Graduated Loyola High School. 34 years old. I'm actually making my second pro fight here at Shogun 2. Hometown of Baltimore, Maryland. Proud. My athletic background, I played lacrosse and wrestling all through, since I was in the first grade. I actually played lacrosse in college, but wrestled all the way up through high school. Was a two-time state champ, MSA champ, All-American. When I went to college, I went to Penn State. I was a two-time lacrosse All-American. Not that that really has anything to do with fighting, but it just kind of shows you about me, shows you what's in here. How did I start MMA? I started like maybe 5 years ago. One of my buddies, Rob Mulqueen, is part owners here at Ground Control with John Rollo, obviously. And Rob and I were friends since high school. We started talking and, just kind of got into it through him, to be honest with you. I've always been into wrestling and competition and, scrapping and fighting and being a hitter, playing lacrosse and stuff like that. So always liked the physicality of it. So that's basically how I got started. My weight class, I fight at 185. I'm probably 95 right now. I walk around pretty comfortably at 95, 200. So I cut a few pounds, which is no big deal. Just get some of the water weight out. My specialty is obviously going to be on the ground. I'm a wrestler. That's what I do. It's what I've always done. But I want to say the past 3 years I've been training here hard. I've been putting a lot of time in with Henry Smith, our boxing and Muay Thai coach. Pretty much focusing heavily on stand-up, whether it be boxing, whether it be Muay Thai. Obviously I do jiu-jitsu and wrestling as well, but I focus on my stand-up so that I can be well-rounded, which I feel like I am right now. My next opponent that I'm fighting in 2 weeks is Jamal Atkins. He's out of Delaware, 302 BJJ. It's his pro debut, but I know he's got a couple. He's like 4-1 or 4-2 or 5-2 or something like that. He's got a bunch of amateur fights. How would I like the fight to go? The fight's going to be, we're going to come out, we're going to stand up. This guy's a stand-up fighter. He's got some jiu-jitsu and some wrestling, so I'm sure, it could go anywhere. Like, I'm pretty comfortable standing up, and I've said that in my past couple fights, but I wind up taking the guy down in the first round and submitting him. So we'll see what happens. I'm comfortable no matter what happens. Just as long as at the end of the fight, this is what you see. I don't really care how it happens. But I predict the first round, probably first round or early second round submission.
Dave, the last time you really brought a lot of excitement. A lot of locals came out and saw you. You had us submit. Any expectations to do the same thing? Any intensity level?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody, it seems like I'm actually selling more tickets. I got more fans, more people coming to this one. The word is out, the buzz is high. So, I'm expecting, bigger and better things. And then, I want my performance to be as good, if not better. That's my plan.
What about Kerwin? Kerwin is a former high school wrestler. He's in your weight class. Be a nice local rivalry. He's from Frederick. He's originally from the Eastern Shore.
That would be a nice local rivalry. Maybe Shogun 3 will put that together. I think he's on the card, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, no, I think I know he's a good fighter, and he won his last match or his last fight at Shogun back in October. He's a wrestler. I think it'd be a good fight. I'd like to fight him.
Okay,
put that up. That'll be number 3 coming up.
Anything else you want to say to your fans?
I just want to say, thanks for all the support. Looking forward to Mom and Dad coming out to this one. They were on the fence last one. They actually posted and came out and kind of liked it. Talked to them a little bit afterwards. So now I'm just looking for good things. This will be an exciting fight. I'm gonna give it my all like I always do, and I promise big things.